Today, it's all about teleprompters. Let's do this. All right, today we're doing something a little different. You see, over here, we're getting ready to record the how to play for Agamonia. All right, so we've done all the B-roll, so I'm gonna be sitting there, and that's where the teaching happens. But we're gonna do something different in this episode that I've never done before, and that is we're gonna try using a teleprompter. Check it out. I've never used this before. I don't know how it's gonna go. I hope it's gonna be okay. Now I've tried in the past to use a teleprompter for like previews and reviews, and it's never worked out because I script all those, but reading off a teleprompter just it didn't click, right? Because a lot of times when I'm doing a review or preview or even an espresso, I do have a script, but then if I go off script, then it's fine. And feels a little more natural and a little easier to do if I'm not following this thing. Now, this is a glide gear. I can't remember what the version is, but if anybody's interested, I'll just put it in the description. But this holds your iPad, and there's a camera back here. Check it out. Got my little DSLR back there. And you just toss in your iPad. I did buy the software, but there's a free version, but there's a bunch of little perks if you buy. It's called Prompt Smart. That's the app I'm using on my iPad, which reflects off this. It works pretty good. What's good about this is it has this feature, let me turn this off, where the text automatically scrolls as I'm reading it. It like hears my voice reading it and then scrolls automatically, which is fantastic. But since how to play is a little more me just kind of explaining less, wacky dramatics, I thought it could work for a how to play video. And a lot of it's B-roll anyway, so I'm not even on camera most of the time. So I'm excited to try this out because it would really help speed up the whole process of recording how to play videos because they're more involved. There's a lot of work in a how to play video. I don't know how Rodney does so many of them. I'm assuming he doesn't sleep or has somebody locked in his basement doing the hard work. I don't know. He just stands on camera looking pretty. Maybe. Anyways, until I figure it out, that's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, so far, this thing is working out okay. But here's the problem. This software, my script was long. The script for Agamonia playthrough is a lengthy one. And this thing couldn't handle it. It was just choking. The software was just choking on it. So I had to break the script up into smaller scripts. So I took one script, I broke it up into like 7 smaller scripts, and it reads it smoothly. It was fine. So we finished script 1, and it went fairly smooth, which was great. But then we started script 2, and it all of a sudden was like spazzing out. Because here's the thing. Brittany on her phone has a companion app for it, which allows her to scroll up and down. So even though it's adjusting to my voice, if I make a mistake and it scrolls past it, there's no way for me to say, hey, back it up. Unless Brittany's here and she's got the remote. Like technically I could have the remote too, but it kind of pulls my attention away from the script. So I say back it up, and Brittany will back it up. And sometimes, because it's also got this automated thing where if you have those brackets that look like this, if you have those on either side of your text, so for any notations you make for yourself, it'll skip those, which is what I want. But sometimes it doesn't. And so at those points, I'll just say the keyword to Brittany, scroll, and then she'll scroll up and she'll line it up on the phone, which then controls it on the screen, which puts it exactly where I need it to be. And that was working perfectly. But for some reason, we started again. I don't know if the iPad's getting warm or what's happening, but it just started freaking out, man. It would like jump into the bottom of the script. Then it wasn't syncing with hers. It was just a mess. So now we're turning it off, giving everything a chance to just calm down. Because here's the thing too, our DSLR is also heating up in this little baggy area. It usually goes for about 45 minutes before it overheats anyways. But in this baggy, I'm assuming it's not going to last as long. But actually, it actually did okay. I think we had it on for about 40 minutes. That was an all pre-recording. We had it recording, but we were screwing around, getting things set up, etc., etc. Anyway, so we deleted everything that we recorded for the second script, because we got so lost on, like, I don't know what I did already, what I already recorded, what I didn't record, so we just like, let's just delete it, start from scratch. Because if you break up a script too much, if you read things out of order, you'll notice that your energy levels don't line up. So you can tell when somebody records something one day and then records it the next, unless they work really hard in getting it just right. But it's hard. Like, your natural energy levels are just different from day to day, from hour to hour. So trying to come back later and match that up doesn't work out. It's good to have a breaking point where you can, if you're transitioning to B-roll or some sort of, where you can just do some hard sort of transition effect. That way when you come back, it's not as noticeable. But when you're doing it mid-sentence or like back-to-back sentences or paragraphs, it doesn't work out. So that's something we're dealing with. But again, a lot of promise with the first one. Not as excited about what happened with the second script. But once I restarted we restarted the app on the iPad, it seems to be working okay now. Although the camera is overheating quite a bit. So we're just going to give it like a 20-minute break and see how that goes. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to keep up to date with everything we do here at Board Game Coffee. But if you want to see more right now, we got plenty of videos to choose from. And if that's not enough, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week.